afternoon, everyone. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's Monday going? How's the week going so far? Shout out to everybody in the chat. What is going on? Make sure you all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. So if this is your first time tuning in, you're liking what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button, join in on the conversation. If you're over there on X, watching this from X, come over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's see who we got in the chat. We have Ken in the building. What is going on, Ken? Jonathan's in the building. What's going on, man? How you doing? How you doing? We got CT Cards in the building. Michael Crespo in the building. Stephen B is in the building. What is going on, guys? What's up? What's up? Dev Finch, what is up? Nosebleed section, what is going on? Desiree, good to see you, Desiree. What is up? D's channel. What's up, D's channel? I haven't seen you in a while. What is going on? How you doing? Good to see you in the chat. Hopefully everything is going well for you. Who else we got in the chat? We got Joe in the building. What's up, Joe? We got Gusto in the building. What up, man? Like he says, turn on that notification bell and smash those emojis. Hit the like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much there, Gusto. Hopefully you're doing well. What is going on? So, I went live yesterday, or last night, should I say, with Ace, right, from the Ace Avenue. I was on his channel. We talked a little bit on his channel about the Juan Soto signing and what the Yankees need to do next. Came over here, did the same thing. The Soto signing, I know it's still a big shock for a lot of fans. I know a lot of fans felt confident, myself included, felt confident that the Yankees could sign Soto back. And ultimately he signed with the Mets on a monster contract, and he's going to get paid big. It's a record-breaking contract. He got what he wanted, and Scott Boras did his job. You know what I mean? So to me, it boiled down to the money. I really think it boiled down to the money. Now, some fans feel that it had something to do with the Mets, that he wanted to be a New York Met. Other fans like myself, I think I'd say it has something that it had a lot to do with the money. He wanted to get paid. It came down to the money. All right. Some people, there was new reports, right? Jeff Passan was saying that he thinks that Soto felt that the Mets' future looked a lot better than the Yankees' future. I'm not sure about that. I don't, at this point, we don't know. Jeff Passan said that, Soto went to the Mets because he felt that the Mets had a better future than the Yankees did, that their future looks brighter than the Yankees. What do you all think? Now, there was a report that did come out, and it was talked about by John Heyman. Now, I don't know how true this is, right? Again, let me know what you all think. But it says that apparently Steve Cohen found out that Juan Soto got pissed about the Yankees not allowing a family member and his driver in a certain clubhouse area. So Cohen then brought Mets traveling secretary to explain family perks to their meeting. And let me just read this whole thing here. It says Cohen brought to the meeting his wife, Alex, and father-in-law. He also brought Edgar Suero, the Mets traveling secretary, who explained logistics and family perks. The Mets have excellent intelligence. They were aware while Soto being a Yankee and loved having Aaron Judge protect them in the lineup and led them all in the clubhouse. He allegedly was upset in the year by an overzealous Yankees security guy who disallowed a family member and his chef/driver from certain areas. So my question now is, because of that security guard that was giving his family member a hard time, did that play a role into why Juan Soto signed with the New York Mets? I feel like if that was really the case, would he have sat down with the Yankees at all to even negotiate a contract? Right? If it was, would he have done that, or did he still want to sit down with the Yankees just to use them as leverage to try and get the most money he possibly can, whether that was from the Yankees or the Mets? That's my question. The Yankees were looking to pay him. I mean, Hal Steinbrenner was staying competitive, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that contract that that Soto signed, it's going to escalator up to $800 million. All right, and he did get a $75 million bonus. He would have. The Yankees were looking to give him a $60 million bonus. So the Yankees were ready to give him a signing bonus, but ultimately, Soto decided to sign with the Mets, hire AAV, and if he opts out of his contract, they can void his contract or void his opt out, and he could get paid $55 million a year. That's a boatload of money. If Hal was to try and pay him $50 million a year, would he have signed then? Would he have signed with the New York Yankees? So another thing that I think, again, at the end of the day, for me, I don't think it was a matter of he wanted to sign with the New York Mets. If the Dodgers were to give him that kind of contract, I think he would have signed with LA. If the Red Sox were to give him that kind of contract, I think he would have signed with the Boston Red Sox. If the Blue Jays gave him that type of contract that the Mets did, he would have signed with the Blue Jays. I think it boiled down to the money. I think it was all about the money. I don't think it was about the team. It was all about the money. I feel as though with Soto, right, I don't think he has the mentality of, I want to remain with this team and the legacy and all that. It was about the money. And again, Scott Boras is his agent, and Scott Boras was going to get him the most money he possibly can. I didn't think it was going to be this astronomical, but my goodness, it was very astronomical. And Soto got paid. He got paid, but as far as the security guard situation, I really want to know if that was even a thing. If the security guard drove Soto to be like, you know what, I don't want to be part of this organization. They gave my family a hard time. I'm gonna I like what the Mets have to offer and how they're gonna treat me and how they're gonna treat my family. He did say he liked playing alongside Aaron Judge. Right. He did mention he liked playing for the Yankees, he liked playing at Yankee Stadium. Okay. I mean, he did say these things, but, Yankees were the front runners. Apparently that was another report that came out. Yankees were the front runners. They were doing everything they possibly can to, sign Juan Soto. They were the favorites to sign Juan Soto, according to reports. But then Steve Cohen came in with the deal that he did, and ultimately that's what sealed it. So those are the stories, folks. But I want to know from all of you, was it that – do you think Soto went to the Mets because he wanted to become a New York Met? Was it the money, or do you all think it was the security guard that gave his family a hard time? Now, granted, that security guard – could have been doing his job, right? Especially I've been told, not told, but I was listening to the boys from the Pinstripe Chronicles podcast this morning, which shout out to those guys. And they're doing a really good job on their channel. So make sure you guys subscribe to them. They were, Uncle Tats was one of the guys there. Uncle Tats was talking about how they were at the Audi suite, and the security guards were giving these guys a hard time, and it just made them, sounded like it made him, it didn't make him feel welcome or something. I don't know. I mean, I get security guards have a job to do. They don't want folks just sneaking in, right? They gotta make sure, if people are legitimately, like, they have a pass or a ticket to be at a suite or to be in a certain area. They got a job to do. I get that. But in the case with Soto and Soto's family and the security guard, I don't know if I'm buying that. Now, in past, the Yankees organization, it's been known that it's been mentioned, at least, like, from guys like Ken Griffey Jr., who said he would never be a Yankee. He would never play for the New York Yankees because I don't think I think when his dad was playing for the Yankees, they didn't allow family, or they didn't allow, the kids to play on the field or something. I know Joba Chamberlain has, who I talked to with some of the other guys on the panel, some of the other content creators. He said that it wasn't really like a family friendly thing. It was very, it was very, I don't want to say the word. He didn't say the word corporate like, but he made it sound like it was very like corporate like. Whereas, he played for other organizations. It wasn't the same. But, at the end of the day, and I see some of you saying it was the money, and I think it was the money. It wasn't. He had, he didn't really have any sort of loyalty or any sort of connection to the Yankees. I mean, yeah, he enjoyed his time. He loved playing alongside Aaron Judge, but I think at the end of the day, I think it just came down to the money. That's what I think. And Chia, the Ace Avenue in the building. What up, Ace? How's it going, man? What up, D-Rod? How's it going? David Cohen, what's up? How's it going? I saw a few other folks sneak in. Mac Miles, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's see what's Ken saying here. He's saying, who cares? Soto is gone. The important thing is what the Yankees do to improve team for this team. Yeah, I mean, what's done is done. They're gonna have to pivot elsewhere, right? I know they had interest in Cody Bellinger. Do they make a trade for Cody Bellinger? Max Fried, Corbin Burns. Are they going to focus now on pitching? Is pitching going to be the thing that they're going to focus on? Roki Sasaki got posted today, so he has about 30 to 45 days to make a decision. So I believe his decision, I think, will come around next month, right? That's what people are saying. I don't know that the Yankees have a shot of signing Roki Sasaki. Honestly, I think he stays in the West Coast. Whether that's LA, Dodgers, whether that's the Padres, I feel like it's going to come down to like one of those two teams. Maybe the Giants. Who knows? I know the Giants are, the San Francisco Giants are looking for pitching. Could they sign Roki Sasaki? I don't know. These channels saying, I also think that the Mets have a mascot. Maybe he wants to be a grimace, want to be behind Judge all the time. So do you want to? I don't know about that. I mean, he's not going to have an Aaron Judge on the Mets, right? There is no Aaron Judge on the New York Mets. I mean, there's only one Aaron Judge. So it's not to knock the Mets lineup or anything, but they don't have an Aaron Judge. So I think it came down to the money, So what up, Eddie? Snaps. Oh, can't sign until the week of 115 to 123. Copy. Well, thanks for letting me know that. So, yeah, again, I think ultimately, he's going to stay out west, whether that's the Padres or the Dodgers, maybe the San Francisco Giants. But I think Roki will be a West Coast guy for sure. But, yo, Damien, what's going on, man? Good to see you, bro. How you doing? My guy Damien. I haven't seen you in a little while. How have you been? But yeah, I know a lot of people are not looking forward to um the plan B options now, right? Nobody's really looking forward to the plan B options. I understand the plan B options is not going to replace Soto's production as far as the bats go, but you know, as far as the plan B, they're going to have to either sign players or trade for players or both and get a team going, get a team together that can click and is going to bring good production, right? So hopefully they go out and do what they're supposed to do their due diligence, and not just sign any player. I mean, I know Cashman said that they're going to be aggressive, but they're not going to be drunken sailors, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I don't want them just signing a player just to sign a player. I mean, let's start signing players that are going to make sense for the team. That's my take on it. Okay, but I think they definitely need to address the outfield. They need to get an outfielder. Whether that's trading for a Bellinger or signing a guy like Profar, I would welcome that. Pitching. Listen, I know they've had a Zoom meeting, obviously, with Max Fried, Corbin Burns. Hey, you know what? Sign me up. I'd be ecstatic if they got both. I'd be ecstatic if they got Corbin Burns and Max Fried. And also, maybe they look into Teoscar Hernandez. So let's see what happens. The Mets have a ton of work to do to get back to their level of last season. Even with Soto, they aren't even guaranteed to win I think you meant to say the NL East, much less get. Well, and that's what I'm saying. They got to get past the Dodgers. The Dodgers are the World Series champs right now. They're going to be the defending World Series champs going into 2025, and the Dodgers are stacked. And that's a team you have to look out for. So, Dodgers are no joke. They just signed Michael Conforto. Let's see what else they do. I don't think they're done personally. And yeah, the Mets have holes. Even with Soto, they still have holes. But what up, Charles Barkley? He didn't deserve to be paid more than the captain anyway. Yeah, I mean, some people may feel that way, but it was inevitable that he was going to get paid more than Judge. So, and Judge said he didn't mind, according to reports. And Dev, shout out to you, man. Dev Finch has been a member of the Strike Zone for 7 months. Dev Finch, greatly appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. You're the man. And Damien saying, I'm sorry that money was not worth it. Plus, he didn't clearly want to be a Yankee. $5 million difference means nothing. Signing bonus was $15 million difference. It is what it is. Focus on Vlad trade or free agency. I know some Yankees fans will love to have Vladimir Guerrero Jr., but yeah, you could trade for Vlad, but then he becomes a free agent after the season. I don't know if the Yankees want to go through that again. Bring in Bellinger for the one season to focus on Vlad next season, Fried and Bueller. I'm down with Fried and Bueller. So Bellinger, so there is a player option for 2025, but he can opt back in. So I mean Bellinger, Yankees, if they were to trade for him, they could be, they'll be on the hook for him for 2025, and they could be on the hook for him for 2026. So you don't want Bellinger, Hernandez, or Santander. The team needs guys to put the bat on balls who can improve situational hitting. Well, who are those guys for you? Bellinger, Burns, Fried, Garrett Crochet, and Ryan McMahon. But we will see what else. I mean, look, I like Ryan McMahon, but I don't think the Yankees are gonna The Rockies are not going to trade Ryan McMahon. I don't think so. I was having that conversation last night with Ace. They're not going to get McMahon. Yeah, Jordan Romano is going to the Phillies. I did see that. True. Yeah, he was. I mean, he was. Now he wants to go back to the Dodgers, but they're far apart in negotiations right now. That I could see. What up, Acevedo? How's it going? Yeah, agreed. I mean, and Bellinger, if you put him at first base, assuming you put him at first, I mean, he'd be an upgrade over Rizzo, Yeah, I mean, I hope that's the case there, Eddie Snaps. Now, right now, I think Cody Bellinger makes a little bit more sense. Before, I wasn't wanting Cody Bellinger because of the fact that if they were to sign Soto, I would have been cool with Soto, but then trading for Bellinger and taking on his contract, I wasn't too sure. Right now, though, my tune has changed a little bit. What up, Daniel Berry? Go to the Twins, take on Correa, the new money relief. We could send DJ and a low prospects. He can. Yeah, I pass on Correa personally. Now DJ, I know a lot of fans want to trade him. I mean, listen, I'd be down, but he's a 5'10" guy, so he does have a no trade clause. They could DFA him. They could let DJ go. Should they stop the shaving rule? I mean, I know it's been a long time rule for the Yankees, man. I know it's been their thing. I think they should do away with it. I mean, it's like, okay, I understand if you don't want guys having long hair and long beards, you want them to be professional looking. I get it. If you're gonna have a beard or something, like keep it nice and trimmed, right? As far as the long hair, I mean, I'm not a long hair guy, right? But at the same time, if players hit well and they play pitch well, they play the defense well, I mean, why not? I don't want Bregman. The Astros offered him 156 million and he's looking for 200. I pass. I hope so. There, Nosebleed. The Yankees need to make something happen. Bellinger and Fried. Oh man, I'd love that. All I will say is if they don't make significant moves, the team will not be. No, they won't be playoff bound. If they don't make significant moves this offseason, you're probably looking at a third place team, if anything. Yeah, nobody's going to take DJ. Nobody's going to take DJ. That's just it. I mean, the dude's 36. Yeah, nobody's going to take him. What's up, Jake Boss? Can we move Judge to first and trade for another outfielder? I don't see Judge. I mean, Judge could go to first. I don't see that happening right now. We could send Stroman, Pereira, and Durbin, Warren to the Cubs for Bellinger and Horner. Stroman, I'm down. Pereira for sure. Warren, yes. They're not going to send Caleb Durbin, though. I don't see them sending Caleb Durbin. That I don't see happening. Yeah, I think they need to start allowing players with beards. I mean, they allow players with mustaches, so yeah, who cares about the shaving? Just hit the ball, catch the ball, run bases better. That's what matters. What up, Jacob? How's it going? Eh. Profar, I'm down. Yandy Diaz, that's another good name. Arias, yeah, if the Yankees can swing a trade, I know there was a report that came out that about extensions, an extension with Arias and the Padres, but it seems like it's not a thing right now. Donovan, I could see, but I don't. I would love to see, but I don't. I don't. I just do not see the. I don't see the Cardinals trading him. I could see them giving Donovan an extension. I mean, he's a fantastic player. He's a great player. He would be perfect for the Yankees, but I don't see them moving on from Donovan. They're trying to trade Arenado, but Arenado's market is very limited. You know, McMahon, I'd be down. I don't see the Rockies trading him, though. Kim, I would. I mean, maybe, but out of all those names, I like Profar. I like Diaz, Arias. I mean, they can't get all those guys, but Profar, I'd totally be okay with. So, yeah, yeah, Bueller or Fried, I'd be down with either one. And Max Coverage TV, what up, man? What's going on? Yeah, I'm not really down for the whole Judge at first thing. You know, doesn't make sense. Like at least right now, it doesn't make sense. Horner's being shopped to the Mariners. That makes sense. I mean, they need to improve their infield. I wish I had an answer for you. He's not going to. I mean, if we're talking about right now, he's not going to get moved right now. He could be moved to first base in the future. They're saying move him to first base now because he's getting a little bit older. Maybe they were saying, move him to first base because he was, playing center field and it's a little harder on his body. But I think ultimately he's going to be playing right field come next season. Marshall Brown, what up, man? How's it going? What's up, Mr. Coconuts? That's what I'm thinking too. I think St. Louis is going to build around Brandon Donovan. There's a huge upgrade in right with Judge back, Dominguez in left or center. I'd put Dominguez in center field and Profar, put him in left field. That would be a nice outfield right there. Get Freed, bullpen, lineup needs work and be fun. Yeah. Yankees absolutely have to address the bullpen too. And they always tend to do a good job of finding good bullpen arms. So I'm hoping for Arias, Profar, and Freed. Dude, if they were to get those guys, sign me up, man. Yeah, I know you're feeling good. Got to get past the Dodgers, though. Oh, dude, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I had the flu last month, bro, it was brutal. Like I was dying. I was like that whole week. I just felt like garbage, man. So I know I know how you're feeling right now. I'm so sorry, dude. Hopefully you feel better. I love to explore the idea of getting Brent Rooker from the A's. He could potentially protect Judge. Man, Eddie Snaps. Listen, I like Rooker, but God, the trades with Oakland just never pans out. Yo, what's up, Roy? How's it going, man? I'm not upset about anything. Here's the thing. I knew Soto was a 1-year rental, right? I knew Soto. We all knew that Soto was going to test the market. Ultimately, he was going to test the market, and it is his right to do so. Why wouldn't he? Generational player, one of the best bats in the game. Why wouldn't he? He knew he was going to get paid. He bet on himself. So, yeah, I'm not upset about anything, man. Yeah, well, there's certain individuals that are throwing that out there, and a lot of people feel that because Bryce Harper played the outfield, that Judge and he transitioned to first base. They're saying that about Judge. Do I think Gary Sanchez is a good pickup by the Orioles? I mean, I don't know. I was never really big on Gary Sanchez personally, Chua. So, hopefully he does well for you guys. But again, I'm personally not a Gary Sanchez fan. I never have been. Bottom line is, he didn't want to be a Yankee. If he did, he would have signed with them. Well, I think he wanted to be a Yankee, but I think he also wanted the money, and the Yankees didn't give him what he was looking for. Well, I see him at DH when Giancarlo Stanton's contract is up. So, Burns, Bellinger, Horner, Santander. I don't want Santander. I want either Teoscar or Profar. Those are one of the two names that I want. But I get it. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, man, people have been getting sick lately, so it's been bad. Yeah, the A's are looking to extend Rooker for sure. Sorry to burst your bubble there, but Yankees fans are going to boo him. That's inevitable. Cool, you got the card. Thanks for letting me know, man. And money does talk. Yeah, money does talk. At the end of the day, it was about the money for Soto. Yeah, I mean, not really a fan of him at first, but what are you going to do? Hal never matches offers from Soto, Yamamoto, and Manny. We lucked out. Judge, who came for far less. Yanks. Yeah, but Mr. Coconuts, I mean, listen, he competed. He competed for Juan Soto. I mean, he went above and beyond. The guy went above his comfort zone to try and sign Soto back. So, again, it didn't pan out. And Bill has been a member of the Strike Zone for 3 months. Shout out to Bill. Thank you so much, Bill. Nico Horner from the Cubs. I don't know, Sean. I don't know. But I mean, was that really the reason? Did that play a role? Was that even a thing? I mean, $5 million was a big deal, so Soto can kick rocks and get bent. It's whatever, man. I mean, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nobody could say that Hal Steinbrenner is cheap. Nobody's allowed to say that. A lot of it was, I know in the past, like, a lot of fans kept saying that saying that Hal Steinbrenner is cheap and he won't spend, but he wanted to, he was looking to spend. It was obvious. He wanted Soto back. Yo, Chris, you're good to go, bro. You're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. So you're welcome in here. All fans are welcome. I know we talk mostly Yankees on this channel, right? But I'll talk other things baseball too. All fans are welcome. I got Red Sox fans in here. I got Orioles, Mets. So yeah, if you're a fan of another team, I don't care. I don't care. Just the only thing I ask is try to be respectful of each other. Thank you. Sean Browning, I think it was more about the money too. We got all kinds of loot to spend other places. He ain't the Yankees, so time. Yeah, exactly. So, how did the Yankees move on? I mean, the Yankees have moved on. I would assume. Hopefully, hopefully they're in talks, they're in negotiations. Hopefully, things are happening, right? So here we are, day 2 of the winter meetings. So let's see what happens. Does something happen tonight, or does something happen in the following days? Appreciate you, CT Cards. David A., what are we saying here? He said if Hal matched the 765, it would probably gone up to 850. So I'm glad. Yeah, and that was the thing, right? If he matched the 765, and let's just say, Steve Cohen said 800, was he going to go 800? Would Hal gone that far? And if Hal went to 800, would Steve Cohen go 850? I mean, Cohen wasn't going to get beaten. Yeah. I mean, he did everything he possibly can to sign Soto, hopefully for Mets fans and hopefully for Soto, hopefully for the team. I mean, for their sake, I hope it pays off for them. They better hope it pays off. The $75 million bonus was in addition to the $765 million. I believe that's what it was. I think that was an addition. Yes. Which is insane. The guy's already going to get paid $51 million a year. And if he opts out, he can avoid his opt out and he could get paid $55. I mean, listen, some fans are probably feeling that, the Yankees dodged a bullet, right, by not signing Soto and giving him that kind of money. I mean, if he was to sign with the Yankees, I think a lot of all of us, we would be celebrating. So, asked if the Astros were listening to trade offers to Kyle Tucker or Framber Valdez. Listen on anybody. Sounds like Astros will have a fire sale. Yeah, maybe. Tucker is a free agent right after the 2025 season, if I'm not mistaken. There's going to be some free agents after the 2025 season, so look out. But yeah, no one's going to pay Soto 51 or greater in 5 years. Well, if he opts out, yeah. I mean, it depends on how how his career goes from now till 5 years from now. We don't know how that's going to all turn out. Indeed, it is. Indeed, it is. But shout out to everybody in the chat, though. I mean, I appreciate everybody rocking out. We got close to 100 people between X and YouTube, so appreciate everybody tuning in. We're about 40 minutes into the live stream, so appreciate everybody's support and hanging out on this Monday. In about 10 years, Juan Soto will break down. I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens in 10 years. We'll see how his body holds up. A lot of times, we've seen it. Players do break down. The good ones, the great ones. I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. We've seen it, right? Players get older. They're not exactly the same player as they were before. But We'll see what happens with Juan Soto. Oh, we got Joe Fisher in the building. He says, as a Phillies fan, what's up, Joe? How you feeling about the Phillies there, Joe? I wouldn't be surprised. Price tag was too high for the team to sign him. They have holes. They need to play. Yeah, well, I know they're looking to. They want to trade Alec Bohm. How do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel? I know the Phillies need some players, no doubt. Hall of Famers Dave Parker and Dick Allen. Yeah, they got selected to the Hall of Fame. I wasn't around when they were playing, so fill us in there, Ken. Boone and Cashman will be on the hot stove in 2 hours. That's cool. All right. It'll be interesting to see what they say, and then if anything, probably won't go live tonight again. I'll probably, unless something big happens, of course. I might go live. I'll probably go live tomorrow. Yeah, CC Sabathia definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I agree with that. Yeah, David A, it's true. Yeah, by about that 36, 37 age, man. Players tend to lose that steam. They run out of gas. It happens. Yo, what up, Demon D? What's going on, man? How's it going? Thanks for joining. But yeah, again, look, I as we discussed before, I think ultimately Soto signed with the Mets because of the money. Right? Any team that would have offered him that contract, that type of contract, he would have signed with them. It was the money. It was the money. So if the Yankees had done that, he would have signed. But I think again, Steve Cohen was going to do everything he can. He would have upped his offer to $850 if anything. So it all came down to the money, people. And money does talk, CT Cards, absolutely. Money talks big time. Bowman's a bad player. The second half seemed like the whole team was trying to hit bombs every bat and stop just trying to hit the ball and play. Yeah, kind of sounds like the Yankees a little bit, man. That was some of the Yankees' problem this past season. Christopher CC was with the Brewers, but he did have more years with the Yankees. He played 10 years with the Yankees. Yeah, exactly. Only for one season. Yeah. He didn't spend a lot of time there. He also spent some time with the Guardians too, what's now the Guardians. He spent some time there as well. So, but yeah, he played 10 years for the Yankees. Got a World Series with them in 2009, which that was a epic year, but anyway. So, but yeah, folks, we're just gonna have to wait and see what what the Yankees do next. I mean, the Phillies, in other like baseball news, the Phillies did sign Jordan Romano. Tigers signed Alex Cobb. The signing from yesterday, the Dodgers did sign. They signed Blake Training Blake Training. So there was other moves that did go down. And I know I got Joe Fisher. I know you're a Phillies fan. How do you feel about Jordan Romano? Dave Parker was a member of the World Series championship Pirates, the family. He was an incredible power hitter and great defensive player. He was played with the Reds as well. Okay. Good stuff. Hey, cold Italian pizza. How you doing? What's going on? Oh, what's happening in NFE? Everybody, the initial cut punches over. There are a bunch of really good players out there. Yeah, exactly, man. Gut punch. We took the gut punch. We weren't happy about it. But man, it's gonna be a battle this year. When the Yankees and Mets play each other, man, it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Yankees likely to. I mean, I hope they get freed. There was a report saying that it came down to the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. They were the favorites. So, D-Rod, you're crazy. You'd pitch inside the Soto hard. Nah, there's no need for that. And speaking of which, I know there were people that were wishing harm on Juan Soto. Apparently, there were fans who were wishing harm on Juan Soto. For those fans, shame on you. There's really no reason to wish harm or for a player to get hurt or make threats. I mean, that's not necessary. Yeah, we don't have to be happy. We don't have to be happy about who they signed with. We could be upset, but to make those types of like remarks, man, there's no reason for that. There's no reason for that. That is stupid. So it's not a good look, really. If you can pitch as a relief pitcher, never can have enough of them. Joe Fisher, true words spoken, man. Yeah, you can never complain about too much pitching. If you could have a solid bullpen, if you could have a solid rotation, at the end of the day, man, that's what wins championships. Yeah, Morrissey. Yeah, I know the Yankees are looking at Santander. At this point, Yankees are looking into everybody. No, I get that. I only brought it up because it just reminded me, pitching the Soto inside. It just reminded me of, what was things that were said about Juan Soto. But yeah, there's really no need for that. Now everybody, including Michael K, will find out. Well, we're going to find out. I mean, Cashman did say he was going to be aggressive, but they're not going to be drunken sailors. I have no issues with it. If we were in that position, if any of us were in the position that Soto was in, we'd be doing the same thing. Yeah, it's just people being emotional. They're CT cards. Hey, Back It Up Binge Podcast. What's going on? Dodgers manager says Dave Roberts says it's very unlikely Shohei Ohtani will. Okay, interesting. I think even without Shohei Ohtani, I think that rotation is going to be fine, honestly. I mean, the only other pitcher I would be concerned about is Tyler Glasnow. That's who I would be concerned about mainly. But because Glasnow is also very injury prone. What up, Ray Clickler? How's it going? There aren't perfect fits for Yankees and free agency. Maybe Walker's the closest to that, but he's older. I mean, the free agent market has some names that I would want, but the trade market, yeah, there's some names I would love for the Yankees to get in the trade market. Can they make it happen? Sure, it's possible, but they're going to have to be. They're going to have to make it worthwhile. I mean, Cashman made the moves. I mean, he was the one negotiating, but at the end of the day, George has to approve of it. Cashman had a deal done for Vlad. Again, I'm not trying to go back to the past, but he had a deal done for Vladimir Guerrero. George didn't want him. George wanted to trade wanted to trade the core guys of the Yankees in the past, and they had to lie to George to tell him that no team wanted them. So, just saying. Yeah, right. Again, the Dodgers are the team to beat right now. The Los Angeles Dodgers are the team to beat. I get it. Division. He was playing for one of the division rivals. I understand. So, Burns, Walker, Teoscar. Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, Christian Walker, he's a little bit older, but I mean, I want him on a short-term contract. Teoscar, yeah, I know you want Teoscar back in LA. I get that. I don't want the Yankees to go after Pete Alonso. I'm not really on the Pete Alonso train. Some fans might be. I'm not personally. I'd rather spend that money on for the Yankees to get 2 pitchers or something, or a starting pitcher and spend it on the bullpen. For the moment, I think the Cleveland Guardians are the favorite to win the AL. Maybe. Look out for the Royals. Look out for the Royals. Look out for the Orioles. Right? The Mariners, the Astros, these guys are going to be contenders. So there's options. There's definitely options out there. So again, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Yeah, I mean Kansas City could, they traded for Jonathan India. That was a guy that I wanted. So, he's a Kansas City Royal. So AL West, then who's the AL West then? Who do you got in the AL West? Probably Seattle at this point. I mean, this past season they wanted a huge collapse. It was crazy. That collapse was insane. I couldn't believe it. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Phillies are in reports on Bregman, and I'm not sure if he would be an upgrade over Alec Boehm. Yeah. Bregman's good. I mean, I'd rather. I mean, if I'm a Phillies fan, I'd rather keep Alec Boehm, personally. No news on Tanner Scott except teams are interested in him. Dodgers are interested. There's been some teams that it's been said that they are interested in him. Yeah, Angels, I mean, they've quietly made some moves in the offseason. They could be a contender. Mets are pushing for Bregman. I didn't know that. Huh. I mean, they could sign Alex Bregman. I mean, shoot, Cohen's looking to spend. D-Rob, so David Robertson, Hoffman, and Fried. Yeah, I don't know if the Yankees and David Robertson will reunite. So you're saying Mets ain't winning no World Series anytime soon? I mean, I'll say this: does it make them contenders? Yeah, it makes them contenders. They'll make the postseason. Could they make it to the World Series? Absolutely. Will they win the World Series? We don't know. I mean, nothing's guaranteed. Again, They got to worry. They got to worry about the Dodgers. The Dodgers are that team right now. Texas seems to be every other team now. Yeah. Who needs pitching? Yeah, we'll see what happens with the Braves. I'm surprised they've been pretty quiet too. I don't know what their game plan is. Dodgers, San Diego, Arizona, Phillies, they got a lot to worry about. Yeah, Mets do need pitching. I mean, their pitching is not worth. They're gonna make. I guess they're gonna make Clay Holmes a starter. I don't know how I feel about that. They got Frankie Montas. I'm not. I don't know. You look at that pitching rotation. Suzuki he's he could be injury prone. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Clay Holmes starting. Mets have ballpark $60 million before they pass the tax threshold. Mets need or Senga. Yeah, why was I thinking Suzuki? My fault. Senga. I meant to say Senga. My fault, people. Yeah, Senga's injury prone. Mets need one frontline starter who will eat. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be. We're just gonna wait and see. What the Yankees do now, right? So Juan Soto's a Met. They got to make some moves happen. They can't go with their current roster that they have right now. I mean, if they go with their current roster, forget it. That's pretty much they're throwing in the towel if they're not going to make any moves for for 2025. But ultimately, they are going to make moves. They're going to make something happen. They will make something happen. Moves will happen, maybe not ones we agree with. Yeah, you might be right on that. Yeah, I mean, teams are always going to make moves that we're not going to agree with, we're not going to be happy with. So there is that. Holmes does have the option to speed a setup guy if he does not. Yeah, this is true. He could easily be put back in the bullpen. Spending money, it has to work out on the field. Look at the year the Mets spent all that money. True. You got a point, man. I'd be down for Arias, man. I totally would be down for Arias. I just don't know now. Like it's kind of stinks because it's like, yeah, you only have him for the season, and I feel like ultimately he's going to test a market. It's like, do I want the Yankees to go through that again? I'm not sure. So, but anyway, folks, I'm going to wrap this up. I do appreciate all of you tuning in. Love having these types of conversations. Obviously, if something big happens, I will try to go live tonight. Right? If something happens tonight, like I said, I'll try to go live. If not, I'll go live tomorrow. And hopefully I see all of you here. Thank you all for coming on as always. Let's hit that let's hit that like button if you haven't yet. The like button does really help out the live stream. It gets it out to more people. Hit the subscribe button. Let's continue growing this channel out. Share this channel out with everyone you know. Let's get more subscribers in here, people. All right. I do appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you all for coming on. Again, if something happens, I'll try to go live tonight. If not, I'll go live tomorrow. Yankees, it's you got to make things happen. Hal and Cashman, all eyes are on you right now. So do what you got to do to improve this team. But until then, you all have a good night, and I will see you all next time. Have a good night, folks.